Porsche 911 is an automotive icon. It has remained in continuous production since 1963 and has consistently been the sports car that everybody else wants to beat. Now we're on to the 6th generation 911, known internally as the 991, and it's the first all-new model since 2004. It may look like a subtle evolution of every other 911 that's gone before, but if you look a bit closer, this could be the brand new benchmark. Despite being physically quite a bit bigger than the previous generation 911, the 997, a 50mm wider front track for example, as well as being 56mm longer overall, the new car also manages to be more than 40 kilograms lighter thanks to its all-aluminium construction. The time-tested silhouette remains, but I think that additional length has made the arc of the roof and the flow into the rear deck a lot more elegant. Then when you get closer you can really appreciate the details. So these oval headlamps now sit above a more angular set of daytime running LED units. The wing mirrors have been moved into the door panels and 20-inch alloys now come as standard on the Carrera S, and they don't even look big. Then when you come around the back, you've got a much larger active spoiler, significantly slimmer, wider taillights and the world's smallest engine cover. I bet the Porsche mechanics are going to love that. The 911's cabin is a lesson in luxury and understatement. The rev gauge still takes centre stage, but I love how the steering wheel is just void of any clutter that distracts you from the simple pleasure of driving. The finish and the quality of materials is top rate. These aluminium fillets that sit in the door cards, for example, are real, replacing those cheap plastic efforts from before. And then there's loads of design flourishes in here, from the key to the way these cup holders unfurl, and even this really nice section of lower door architecture. The wheelbase of the 911 has also increased to move it more into the GT market. Not only does that improve the high-speed stability, it also gives you a bit more interior space. Rear legroom for adults is still non-existent, but for all those parents desperate to justify this purchase, fitting a child car seat in the back of a 911 has never been easier. As for boot space, you still might not be able to carry a set of golf clubs, but you've got more than enough space for a weekend away. It's only on the track that you can genuinely find out just how good this new Porsche 911 is, and the Carrera S is fast. Displacement stays the same at 3.8 litres, but power is up. So the direct injection flat six now turns out 394 brake horsepower at 7,400 RPM. That's up 14 bhp, and it delivers 440 Newton meters of torque. In terms of transmissions, you've got a choice of either the world's first 7-speed manual or this PDK double clutch gearbox. Now I've got to be honest and say Porsche's got this one right. We used to have a bit of problem with the PDK and the way that the shifters worked and this push-pull system, but you can now spec paddles and it just feels a lot more intuitive. Both of the transmissions have engine stop-start as standard, so that comes in when you just sat at traffic lights just to save emissions. And the PDK gearbox also has a function called coasting, whereas if you come off the throttle, it'll disengage both the clutches and drop the engine revs to idling. So again, that just saves some fuel. Another really interesting thing is the steering. They've moved from a hydraulic system to an electromechanical system, and that's caused a bit of an uproar with Porsche enthusiasts. But for the everyday driver, the turning still feels incredible, particularly thanks to that wider track. The communication with the road has been dialed back a little bit, but that's probably to appeal to those new GT pretensions. Oh, it's also got an impressive amount of refinement. There's hardly any wind, tyre or road noise translating through here. This car is, quite simply, brilliant. The 991 series Porsche 911 is the most complete version yet. Importantly, it still feels like a 911 in every sense, though it's more comfortable and capable than ever. If there's a better all-rounder on sale in this sector today, we haven't driven it.